Devil Stadium, the MetLife Blimp Snoopy 2 providing a bird's eye view of today's NFL action. Combined Snoopy 1 and Snoopy 2 travel over 120,000 miles a year. Look to the skies for Snoopy and the MetLife Blimp. We've seen it hovering around here for a couple of days.
That's usually where you will find a blimp, is when you look to the skies.
Yeah, I hope so. There's Frank Sanders from Plummer.
Did you see that Deion Sanders is back in the game?
I can't believe it.
Yeah, I can't either. I think that they finally realized that, that the Cardinals were moving the ball and they were working out there on Charlie Williams, and maybe just by being out there they'll stay away from that area.
2nd and 1. For those of you expecting to see World's Funniest, it'll be seen following football except on the West Coast, where it'll be seen at its regular time. 4 minutes left to play at Sun Devil Stadium. Dallas 35, Arizona 21.
Now Jake Plummer's calling his own plays. Quarterbacks love this when you go hurry up, no huddle, and they get to call their own plays.
Jake going deep. Sanders again is out of bounds inside the Dallas 30.
I tell you, they have something going today. Jake Plummer and Frank Sanders. Watch Sanders right here. I mean, he is working here man-to-man against Darren Woodson, and he just out-muscles him there.
Yeah.
He out-muscles him, and you don't do that a lot to Darren Woodson. But look at this pass and how it just drops right over Frank Sanders' shoulder and right over the front of Darren Woodson's shoulder.
Sanders' career high of 11 receptions, 190 yards. And they swing it into the end zone, incomplete. Eric Metcalf, the intended receiver. Those of you who might have just joined us, the Cowboys broke on top. They've been to the red zone 5 times, got 5 touchdowns. Arizona 4 times, 3 touchdowns. Emmitt Smith has 3 rushing touchdowns today. Michael Irvin hasn't caught a pass. He has a streak of 117 games in a row catching a pass, hasn't caught one today.
And Jake Plummer has been hot, and so has Frank Sanders.
And here's Plummer back to throw it and scrambles out of it and gets rid of it. Incomplete. Fred Brock was the intended receiver that time.
Fred Brock is the 4th wide receiver, so when you see Fred Brock in there, that means that Rob Moore and Frank Sanders are still in there, and then they bring in Eric Metcalf and Frank Brock to give them 4 wide receivers or 4 receivers to spread everything out.
3rd and 10. There's a friend of yours, John Robinson.
Yep, the ex-Los Angeles Ram coach, the ex-USC coach, ex-Oakland Raider assistant. Great coach, a great guy.
Great friend of yours from childhood days, huh? Here's Plummer. Chased by Lett. Throws deep. Overthrows Frank Sanders.
Oh, and he knows it too.
I beg your pardon, and there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, but Jake Plummer is probably going to get a roughing the passer, but Jake Plummer knew that he had Metcalf there.
Yeah.
I mean, he had him. He was wide open, and I think he just put a little too much mustard on that one.
Just sailed.
Roughing the quarterback, number 78 defense. Half the distance to the goal. First down, Arizona.
And that's Leon Lett there. You see Jake Plummer throws that. He's looking at that, and I think what they got Leon Lett for is a hit to the head. But here's what he's looking at, and watch right here. He has Metcalf. And he has it wide open, and he just throws him with the old deal where you need a step ladder to catch that one.
Lett gets a rest.
When you chase a quarterback that far, you want to get some kind of lick on him.
Plummer gets away from the pressure. Gets the ball out to Larry Centers. Been a quiet day for Larry Centers. 35-21 to score. 3:18 now left to play as Plummer gets him back in a hurry.
And now they have to go for touchdowns here. I thought earlier they could have kicked a field goal. Now they need 2 touchdowns, and they're going to have to go for touchdowns here. But Jake Plummer, on some of these things, the way he runs up there, and he reminds me a little of Brett Favre, too.
Yes, he does.
And he doesn't have that size and that strength, but the ability to move and run and stop and throw, and a strong arm.
2nd and 3. Incomplete. Intended for Rob Moore, and Plummer thinks he should get a call here. Deion Sanders having trouble getting back to his feet in the end zone. Like to welcome those of you who watched Green Bay bomb the Giants 37-3 to Sun Devil Stadium, where the Cowboys lead 35-21. Jake Plummer trying to get the Cardinals closer. That's Adrian Morrell, and he does get closer. Touchdown Cardinals 35-28. Or 27, assuming the extra point's going to be good. The Cowboys. Excuse me, John, I was just trying to get it up to date. The Cowboys broke out on top, looked as if they had total command of this game, but the Cardinals have come roaring back.
I tell you, Kenny Wheaton did one thing that you can't do. I mean, you just can't get out there and get in position to let a guy make a move on you like this. You got to come up and attack him right now. You see, Kenny Wheaton waited there, and in waiting, he let Adrian Morrell do anything he wanted to him.
Like in baseball, letting the ball play you. Nedney's extra point is good, and it's 35-28. And you would expect we'll have an onside kick coming up. 29 out of 50 for Jake Plummer, almost 400 yards. Back at Sun Devil Stadium, at Summerall with John Madden. Dallas 35, Arizona 28.
The Cowboys are in an onside prevent. I don't think the Cardinals are going to onside kick here. I think you kick this one away.
Knuckler comes down in the direction out of bounds. Sherman Williams was the man who was back, and there's a flag on the play.
Oh, that's a big break.
Yeah, it is. Big break for Dallas. That went out of bounds. That's the last thing you wanted. If you're a Cardinal fan, that is.
Because that's going to bring the ball back to the 35-yard line.
Yep.
It goes in the end zone. It goes to the 20-yard line. It goes out of bounds before that. It goes to the 35-yard line.
Kickoff ruled out of bounds. Ball belongs to Dallas on the 40-yard line.
40-yard line.
40-yard line. So you lose 20 yards. See, this is a 20-yard play here. If this ball stays in bounds and goes inside the pylon, the ball's going to come out to the 20. If it goes outside of the pylon, which it did, the ball goes to the 40.
Tonight, after a new World's Funniest, Homer's Gone Hippie on a far-out new Simpsons. Then make a date at the drive-in on a brand new That 70s Show. Plus, it's the second new X-Files episode of the season. All starts tonight at 7/6 Central right here on Fox.
And the Cardinals are probably thinking if we knew we were going to kick it out of bounds, we would have kicked an onside kick.
And here's Emmitt Smith looking for some yards, and the Cowboys looking for a first down, and he won't get but 3 or 4 there, if that much.
Yeah, the Cardinals only have one timeout. They wasted 2 of them. But when you have one timeout and there's more than 2 minutes left, you're going to get another timeout at the 2-minute warning. Then if you can stop him, you also get a timeout at the change of possession if you can force him to punt.
Michael Irvin comes left with Enos Williams. Aikman on 2nd and 7. Back to throw it. Looking to Michael. Behind him, incomplete.
Michael Irvin still hasn't caught a pass today. In fact, I think that's the first one that they threw to him.
I think so. The last game he went without a catch was 1990 at Philadelphia.
See, now what that did, that stopped the clock, so the Cardinals didn't have to use a timeout. So now if the Cowboys run on this down and the Cardinals stop them, then they can use their last timeout. Then they'll get another one at the 2-minute warning, and then they'll get another one at change of possession.
You think they'll run it or throw it?
They're in a throwing formation. I would think they would run it to keep the clock going, and they do.
And it's Emmitt Smith, and he's going to get a first down.
Oh, that's a big run.
Is it ever?
Big play for the Dallas Cowboys. Look at Vince Tobin.
Yeah.
He knows that too. And I think with one timeout, I think that the Cowboys were really forced to have to run that play. And I think that Chan Gailey was smart in going for a run. Now watch Vince Tobin. He sees a run and knows he has to stop his team has to stop him before they get to that first down marker.
Look at Chan's got a little motion going too.
Yeah, well, Chan fooled him a little. He gave him a passing formation to run a running play.
Emmitt Smith breaks a couple of tackles. Flag on the play. Coming up on a 2-minute warning, but there's a penalty marker down.
Yep, and that's in the area of offensive holding when the referee calls it. Referee lines up to the right of the quarterback, and he calls holding on the right side, and he calls anything on roughing the quarterback.
Holding. 73 offense. 10 yards. Repeat first down.
Against Larry Allen.
Well, he called it all the way across on the other side.
Yep.
Here's Larry Allen right here. The referee's way over on the right side of the quarterback. I don't know what the heck he saw. Well, he saw him hold and grab him right there.
Yes, he did. Yeah. Held Simeon Rice.
Well, maybe that's why Simeon Rice hasn't been very active today. Maybe Larry Allen's had a little hook on him, but Larry Allen has been blocking Simeon Rice well today, too.
1st and 20. That's Chris Warren who gets the carries. And we'll get the 2-minute warning. 35-28 Dallas. The Cowboys have the ball at midfield with 2 minutes left.
Miller Lite, an official sponsor of the NFL and Super Bowl 33.
At Sun Devil Stadium, Dallas 35, Arizona 28. 2 minutes left to play. Pat Summerall with John Madden, one of the few sellouts that they have here in Arizona, and it's been a very enthusiastic crowd all day long, and it usually is when the Cowboys come here and sell out. Dallas first down, second down, beg your pardon. 2nd and 13. This is Chris Warren, who gets away from one tackler but gets nowhere. Andre Wadsworth knocks him out of bounds. That's only his 3rd tackle of the day. And the clock is stopped.
Of course, he's been going up against Eric Williams, and you're not going to make a lot of tackles when you play against Eric Williams. And you see what that is Warner start the inside, and then he just bounced to the outside. This isn't a bad deal. I think that Chan Gailey wants to get Chris Warren more into the game, get him more plays, but Emmitt Smith is playing so well, there's not a lot of opportunities.
Warren did not get forced out of bounds, so Arizona was forced to call their last timeout. So they have none left. Today's game produced by Bob Stinner, directed by Sandy Grossman, the associate director Mike Roy, broadcast associates Fran Morrison and Charles McDonald, technical producer is Bob Muller, studio produced by Scott Ackerson, directed by Bob Levy, associate director Jennifer Love, senior producer Bill Brown, executive producers of Fox Sports are Ed Gorin and David Hill. 3rd down and long, and Aikman to Warren, and the Cowboys will have to punt it. This has been an unusual game in that the Cowboys broke 21-0. They looked in total control, but the Cardinals in the second half have really fought back behind Jake Plummer. An outstanding play by Frank Sanders.
Jake Plummer's been outstanding. I mean, I can see, you know, there's question, is he the real deal? Is he, because there's so many young quarterbacks, and you think, you know, that they struggled the first couple of years, and are they going to be one? And you really don't know, and I mean, it takes 3 or 4 years. But after watching Jake Plummer, you know, on tape and watching him today, I would go out and say Jake Plummer is going to be one.
Toby going in to line up a flag on the play.
Repeat fourth down.
I think they wanted to take that 5 yards and get back to give Goen a better angle to get the ball out of bounds inside the 20-yard line.
Stop the clock with 1 minute and 2 seconds to go. The Cardinals with no timeouts.
That old coffin corner.
Metcalf back deep.
Here's where you like a snapper like Dale Hellestraeum. That is an old veteran that you know is going to get the ball back there perfectly.
Never snapped a bad one. Bounces back outside the 20 where it's down finally by Mobley. And here's what Jake Plummer has shown us today.
Well, you see that one was a quick release.
Sanders.
See, this one is a touch pass, getting it outside to Rob Moore. And then that one again, just getting rid of the ball quickly to Adrian Morrell. And then he made some other big plays in this game by running around in the pocket and then throwing it. I mean,
getting away from pressure.
Yeah, I mean, not running all the way and running the ball, but running out and then still getting rid of the ball.
1st and 10 at their own 22. Plummer
like this.
Chased out of the pocket. Pass is caught. Eric Metcalf gets out of bounds, stops the clock. They still have 45 seconds left.
Yeah, you just get the feeling that this guy, Jake Plummer, is playing like he's just playing in the park. You see Metcalf here who's had tendonitis problem, all year in his knee, but he looks pretty good today, and he's pretty active, and that was one of those option things where you run up, the guy plays you inside, you can go out. If he plays you outside, you go in.
No timeouts remaining, 45 seconds remaining. Plummer drops to throw. Chased by Pittman, now chased by Hennings, gets rid of it. Short. Moore tried to come back for it, just couldn't quite get there.
That was still a pretty long throw for being so off balance the way Jake Plummer was on that one. I mean, this guy has a strong arm and could throw from any angle. He doesn't. A lot of guys believe that they have to have their feet set to throw the ball perfectly. This guy can have his feet in any position and throw the ball.
Chan Gailey, the Dallas Cowboys head coach, checking out along with Vince Tobin, who leads the Cardinals.
Jake Plummer's thrown for over 400 yards today and 3 touchdowns.
Plummer again. Fires down the middle, and the pass is caught by Moore. Trying to get out of bounds. He's inside the 10. He's down at the 4. 23 seconds. Kenny Wheaton. Still plenty of time. Clock's running. 15 seconds.
He's going to have to just throw the ball down and get the clock stopped, which he will right here.
9 seconds left.
Jake Plummer, he sees something. This is a fun guy to watch.
How many yards did you say he's thrown for? 430 or something like that?
Yeah, he's thrown for over 400 yards. I mean, it must be close to 450 now.
465.
465 yards, 3 touchdowns. Only 1 interception. That was that slant pass to Deion Sanders. But look at this guy. This guy is a leader. This guy is a competitor. This guy plays the game the way a quarterback's supposed to play it.
They get up to the line in a hurry. The Cardinals are set. The Cowboys now are set motion. And Plummer drops to throw it. And he can take off and run with it. Fires. Incomplete. 3 seconds left. 1 more play. Sanders, the intended target. Well, he was the target.
Yeah, but he knew that he had to get rid of that ball. He couldn't take a sack because he has no timeouts.
Jacksonville beat Tampa Bay 29-24. Those of you who watched that game, welcome to Sun Devil Stadium, where the Cowboys lead 35-28. The Cardinals at the 5 with 3 seconds left. And Plummer. Incomplete. And objects come flying out of the stands, but nobody indicates touchdowns, and the Cowboys have escaped this Cardinal onslaught. It was intended for Rob Moore.
Ooh, and I think they did escape one right there.
Yeah.
That should have been a penalty. The ball's in the air. You can't touch the guy. You have to be looking. Kevin Smith wasn't looking. That should have been pass interference. And then, of course, the time ran out, but the game cannot end on a defensive penalty. But there wasn't a defensive penalty called.
Jake Plummer thinks there should have been.
Ooh, he better watch out. The highs and lows of coaching, Pat.
An amazing finish, and Cowboys improved their record. 35-28. The Cowboys win it.